These are your cards for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. Spirit had me up all night with messages. It delayed my whole day. So for the people that are in the limelight, there is one person that is going to get into a major accident around Christmas. I hope not. I don't wish that on anyone. Another one falling ill again due to Graves' disease. So that's one. And then I had a whole bunch come in. So, death of an icon, March 2020. Last Xmas with mom. Copying numbers from phone. I don't know if this is credit card numbers or actual phone numbers. Brand will go on. Formula not the same, dies off. Christmas, something will happen. Contacts and phone. So again, they bring up contacts and phone. They said Sam. I don't know who Sam is. Also, I don't know if this is, the way that I saw the numbers, it looks like an address, so they're saying 1215 or 1205. The middle number isn't quite clear, but maybe it's 125, I'm not sure. I was thinking it's a house number. So they're talking about an individual that drinks out of they're saying cup of tea, but they're saying fancy China cup classy, like it's very classy. So they're drinking black chamomile tea, and it's like someone's putting white pills in their tea. So they're going to end up overdosing because of this. I don't know who this is, but they showed me a really nice China cup. It was black chamomile tea, and they showed me these white pills, and it's being put in their tea. Someone's taking out family. Another one of their pets is going to pass away, one of their dogs. They're saying that there's something in the wet food. And they're showing like this big treat. These are smaller dogs, but this is like a big brown treat that they give them, and there's something in there that's not sitting well with the dogs. They also mentioned San Diego and Colorado Springs. And then Spirit was saying something about a pregnancy, and then it said zero tolerance in brackets, zero tolerance. And then they mentioned pregnancy again, didn't take. So I'm not sure what this all means. They also were talking. They showed me this red ruby sparkly rose. So it looks like a GIF, not a GIF, but an emote. But it's a sparkly red flower. So Spirit is also saying, get ready to have a hard day. Get ready to have a hard day. And then the last thing that he said is, don't get married. So, I don't know who this is for. I'm going to keep everything, all these messages. And if this resonates with anybody, let me know. Hit me up. You don't have to pay for a reading. I will pull cards for you and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? I'm in this business to help people, not to hurt people. Obviously, I do charge for readings and pick a cards and stuff like that. But when I get messages from Spirit, I'm not going to sit there and take advantage of that. Okay, so some things from astrology answers. I love this. So onto some positive, uplifting things. So Jupiter is going to enter Capricorn, and it's going to stay there till December of 2020. So the people that are Capricorns are a Capricorn influence, or if you are Earth sign, this will be very favorable for you. So Capricorns will have the most of this, but if you're Earth sign, everyone will be affected by this, is what I'm trying to say. But Capricorns are the most favored, then Earth signs, then everyone else. So we're kind of depending what tier you're on, this is going to promote growth, luck, knowledge, traveling, increase in money. So like I said, Earth signs are very probable, promises hope. So with Capricorn right now, they already have the planet Saturn sitting with them. Saturn will sit with them until March 1st. Saturn is going to have an influence on this Jupiter energy. Saturn will delay things until March 1st. Not like everything will be delayed, but things may be more staggered. As Capricorn is like, yes, let's just bless them. Jupiter is like, let's just bless these people. Like, they all need uplifting right now. And Saturn's like, nope, we're going to put some bumps in the road. We're going to delay things. Not right now. So this will be under the influence until March 1st, and then all of a sudden it'll be like a shotgun. Bang, everything will take off. So like I said, this is going to promote good fortune with Jupiter. Big energy shift as well. So I've been feeling this huge, I don't know if I have Capricorn. I talked to somebody about that. I don't know what time I was born at, so I don't know what my houses are. I kind of can guess, like I'm a morning person, so I don't really know. I assume I was born wee hours in the morning. Both my sons were born in the wee hours in the morning, and it's like my youngest and myself are morning people. So this big energy shift. So like since Thursday, I've had this energy shift where it's like I can get things done. I'm no longer putting things down. Like, I'm not sitting there saying, oh, I'll do that later. And it's like more of like, yes, let's get things done. Like I'm getting more inspired to do more things. So Venus and Mars are going to be right beside each other, and this is going to promote harmony. So with this is romance, awakenedness, and creativity is with Venus and Mars. And this is good for a love life. So they're saying this is going to be all beautiful energies for the Christmas season. So with the moon, it's going to be with Pisces. Across from them is going to be Neptune. So this is going to be very grounded energy. So you're going to be sensitive and compassion. So it's like these are the kind of things we want in the air when it's like this time of the year, the holiday season. Sometimes we get lost in the hustle and the bustle and the anxiety of the whole thing. But, Spirit is trying to tell us, like, don't worry, things will get done. Excuse my laundry. I'm multitasking. So, 8 of Winter is our first card. So, with this card, it's like she's isolated herself, or she feels, she's being entrapped by her emotions. This has strong impressions upon me with the Energy Oracle deck, where it's like the woman all tied up. So this might be actually where she feels she can't turn left, she can't turn right. Or is this a self-imposed prison of her emotions? The idea that you're trapped by your situation is a false one. Don't let your ego convince you that you're without power. You have what it takes to move out of any situation you don't like. With resolve and determination, tell yourself you will have the life you desire. Believe in yourself. So anyone that, I wish I had this job, I said, speak about the job like you already have it. I have this job. This is my job. I'm the boss. Not like I'm like cockiness, but it's like speak it into manifest that stuff into reality. Changes require commitment, and this means making a choice to actively improve matters. If you find it difficult to focus, ask God, the angels, and the fairies to send you a sign to help create a plan. Take responsibility for life now. A fairy stands on a slab of ice, feeling trapped. However, the distance from her island to the ice, like the island there. So let me just grab it here. So there's her on the ice, and there's her on the island. So it's not that far for her to go. So they're saying that you can make the leap and know that you will be fine. Don't let that fear of taking that leap scare you. However, the distance from her island of ice to the next is short, and the space easily stepped over. She senses the entrapment is an illusion. So it's an illusion where she feels like, she can't, that because there is a gap there. Sometimes we know that there's something a hurdle we have to get over to get to the other side. That's our emotions of fear. So they're saying, don't let fear trap you. Move forward. The illusion of being trapped, the need to take back your personal power, not believing in yourself. We need to believe in ourselves. They're saying it could be very isolating and cold. So ego is our next card, the illusion of being trapped. Here we go. 2 cards saying the illusion of being trapped. Placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in the fear of worry. So 2 cards, ego and 8 of Winter. And winter, the 8 of Winter also brought up ego. Happiness can be elusive if you're not clear on your priorities, motivations, and behaviors. Take time for yourself for self-reflection, so meditation. And again, we have another owl in our mantras, if you will, or like daily sayings to say to ourselves. And it's the owl is sleeping. It's nighttime. So this is like meditating, because owls are nocturnal and they're usually up at night, and we have a full moon. So they're taking time to rest. They're taking time to meditate, being one with themselves. Taking time for self-reflection, allowing your opportunities to experience a great personal emphasis and practice self-forgiveness. See the truth of who you are. Release the aspects that no longer serve you. Let go of guilt, fear, and blame. Have compassion for yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you for being divinely perfect in this moment. Detox from harmful foods, substances, or people. Confront your fears. Release yourself from any limitations of self-imposed traps. Again, self-imposed traps with the 8 of Winter. They totally play into themselves because it's like, are we putting these traps in front of ourselves out of fear? I understand it. I faced the most fearful 3 years of my life, and it's all emotion. It was all emotion. I put it all on myself, and I sat there when nothing, thank God, happened. And I'm like, I tormented myself for so long for nothing. It was my emotions. Our fairy friend stands before a traditional Celtic fire, a springtime scare ceremony to release the old, that is, guilt, fear, blame, and other products of the ego, and welcome the new. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Additional meaning of this card, determining what is the cause and what is the symptom. Placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry, dependency or addiction. Sometimes we have addiction to shopping, we have addiction to people, we have an addiction to substances. So they're saying enough is enough already. Let's try to start 2020 with a better mindset. 5 of Spring. Opportunities opposing goals arise from difficult opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. Life can be challenging. They're making sure I'm reading the right one. There may be people in it who are competitive and confrontational. Some people just like to be confrontational because it makes them feel good about themselves, but it's like, you know what? That's all about them. Dealing with them is sometimes unavoidable. In these situations, interact in ways that minimize the drama and maximize outcomes with solution. So they're saying basically deal with them as least as you can, and when you do, just make it quick and fast. Keep the energy light and optimistic. So don't bring up anything that's triggers. So we also got this in the Enchanted Forest deck yesterday, where they were talking about that lady that I guess was gossiping at work, and it's like now she's isolated herself, and now the wolves are on her heels because she's been caught in her garbage, and it's like you're gonna get out with the skin of your teeth, but I hope you learned your lesson, because Spirit won't rescue you next time. More often than not, it's the little things that can drive you crazy. Pesky, minuscule pile up and take so much of your time that you have none left to work on what's really important. So here we're talking about prioritizing. So right now we have Christmas concerts, Christmas parties, we have family get-togethers, we have Christmas dinners, we have Christmas shopping, wrapping, putting up the tree, like so many things going on. And on top of that, we have winter storms in some cases. And it's like, dang, really? So it kind of like puts a damper on things. Spirit is saying prioritize those things. Like, concentrate on the most important things is like day-to-day tasks of your children, of yourself, of getting dinner on the table, paying the bills. Concentrate on those. All those other things will fall into place. If you have like little tedious tasks to get done, it's like, really quick, but it takes up a lot of time because there's so many little dinky things to get done. See if you can, hand it off to someone that you trust. Get clear about what does and does not matter. Set aside the small items that won't advance your goals, or delegate them to someone who isn't bothered by detail work. This card shows 2 young fairies competing in a field with butterflies circling and bees buzzing around their heads. Individually, these are all small things, but together they can add up to big distractions. So it's like, I'm hearing that it's like people buzzing around your head, don't let them influence you. It's like they call them talking heads, where people like to sit there to give their opinions and like to stir the pot for no reason, and it's like, don't give in to that. Opportunities grow, opposing goals, different opinions, overly ambitious people, athletic games. It's like people try to make a big drama out of nothing. So our last card is the Prince of Winter. Intellectual, determined, focused, impulsive, set out an intellectual situation to your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden and unexpected changes. He moves like a flash of light. When the Prince of Winter shows up, you know that you're in for some very quick action. His mind moves as fast as his sled, and he can instantaneously assess a situation, allowing him to get right to work. When he's on a mission, you may as well stand back and let him take charge, because he will, whether you want him or not. So he's very, what do you call that? He commands the room. He take charge, but it's like in that way where it's like his way or the highway. I can't think of the word of it. He is idealistic, decisive, focused, and determined. He can also be a little impulsive and undiplomatic. So if this prince enters your arena, see if you can get him to pause for just a moment to reflect, to make sure his plan really is sound. The fairy moves swiftly through the snowy forest. He loves the thrill of the ride, but is he really watching where he's going? So it's like sometimes this type of person, I know two people in my life that are like this, that they love, it's their way or the highway, but then by the time they get things done, because you can't tell them that, you got to do this or this will happen, they won't listen to anyone else. They're stubborn. And they get to the end of the task and it's like, we did all that for nothing because you could have just done this. And then they have a big dramatic explosion about it. Believing strongly in your mission, fighting for justice, sudden and unexpected changes. So this is twice we have this. Sudden and unexpected changes. Intellectual solutions to problems. And same with the 5 of spring. Let's be like adults about the situation. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. When we sit there and let go and let God, let go and let the fairies, whoever you believe in, you will have more of a peace of mind because things will work out. I know right now it's like money is falling through your fingers and it's like, oh my gosh, like how am I going to get through January? Because January is always the hardest month because the heat bills, hydro is higher because, you got the heat on, you got the Christmas lights on. You just spent all this money on Christmas, but it's like, try to buy a more thoughtful gift than a more expensive bauble that's just going to sit around and collect dust. Don't stress yourself over nothing. The universe has my back. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So like I said, sometimes it's hard to quiet those negative voices and let go and let the universe deal with things because, like we have this 8 of the Winter where she's isolated herself on this iceberg and she's allowing her emotions to affect, negative emotions, I should say, to affect her. And it's like, we will work, we will make more money, we will pay this money on our, say it like, if you're getting into credit card debt because of the holidays, it's like, we will make this money back and we will pay these bills off. Try not to get too much into your head because it's like a lot of the time we make this an emotional prison for ourselves and things don't turn out the way we thought they would. And it's like you're doing a lot of harm to your inner body than we realize. It takes a burden on our lungs. It takes a burden on our kidneys and our mind. Like it takes a toll on our organs. It's like it weakens our stomach when we worry a lot. It's like we don't realize how much our emotions truly affect our insides. So be kind to yourself. Just take it easy with yourself during this season. We have a lot of amazing energy, coming in. So just take it easy with yourself. Take it task by task, second by second sometimes. And just know this is going to be a magical Christmas. There's, just nothing but beautiful energy in the air. So have a blessed Tuesday. These are your cards for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. I almost said November. I'm catching myself. And have a blessed day. We'll see you for Wednesday's next daily tarot card. Have a great evening.